So in the last video we just did an example of what these transformations look like, and so of course we noticed that h value was our movement left and right, our k value was our movement up and down. This negative right here meant that it had been flipped and it's now moving down or opening downward rather than upward, and this 1/2 meant that it had been compressed. Okay, so we're just going to kind of use that same information, and we're going to try to write a function using the descriptions that we have here. So remember that we have y equals x squared is our original parent function, and so then our h and our k are our movements left and right. So if we're going to move something to the right, we want that shift to be a negative. So if you're looking at this value right here, we want this to be a negative h, which in reality means that that number itself is a positive number, the h value, but when we write it here, it's going to be a negative. Okay, so shifting 2 units to the right, so we want y is going to be equal to, and then we have an x, we're going to be moving it to the right, so it's -2 squared. Okay, and then there's no shift up or down, so we don't have to worry about a k value. We're just going to leave it just like that. And so what we're going to do to check ourselves is, very quickly, I'm just going to put in y equals x squared, that's our parent function, and then we're going to do x minus 2 squared, and we're going to look at these two graphs side by side, and we're going to check to make sure that we did what we tried to do. So it should be moved, translated 2 units to the right, and if you notice, it is exactly 2 units to the right. The red one is the new transformation. So we did do that correctly, x minus 2 squared. Okay, so here we go again. We're going to go ahead and do a couple more examples. So 5 units up. Okay, 5 units up means that there is no change here in the h value. There's also no scale change, there's no a, so it's just going to be x squared. But the 5 units up means this k value, okay, k, we want it to go up, so it's going to be a positive number. So we're going to have plus 5 on an example like that. Okay, let's do a quick example. This one will be, it will include a little bit more. Let's do number 18. So if you look at number 18, reflected over the x-axis, okay, that means that we're going to have a negative out here. Still no a value, it's still just a 1. The x has been translated 5 units to the right, so it's going to be x minus 5 squared. And we're going to 2 units down, so shifting down. Oh, y'all, you didn't even catch the fact that I had my notes wrong. That should have been the word down. I apologize. This whole time, that's 3 videos I've gone through and didn't even have that fixed. So up and down is the opposite. Sorry about that. So x minus 5, and then since we're going down, it's going to be negative, so minus 2. Okay, so that would be the final on that. So we're literally just building based on the information that we have. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 more quick examples, and then I'm going to move on from this translations. So vertically compressed by a factor of 1/3. That means that we're going to have 1/3 here multiplied by x. It's not being moved horizontally, so we're just going to do x squared, and we're moving it 8 units up, so we're going to add 8 out here. So if I were to just simplify that, it would be 1/3 x squared plus 8. Okay, and then the last example I'm going to do, vertically stretched, means we're going to pull it, so it's going to be larger. So it's stretched by a factor of 2. It's reflected, so it's going to be a negative, and it's translated to the left, so that's going to be inside the parentheses. So left means a plus 4. There's nothing outside the parentheses because we're not moving it up or down. So y is equal to -2 multiplied by x plus 4 squared. And on these, you're not going to be asked to do this anytime soon, but I just wanted you to see it so you were aware of it. And and you could kind of visually see it, and you can always play these into your calculator to check yourself. But I just wanted to make sure that you guys had at least seen this and could recognize that translations and transformations with that vertex form.